Okay, folks, welcome back to the lab. So what I wanted to do today was have a look at these three panel meters that I got. Now, each one of these panel meters can display volts, current, and power. And these two here have external calibration screws, which is nice to have. These ones are LED. This one's LCD. And both of these here can either come in monochrome red, like just red, 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 and I believe that's what this one is, or it can come in various colors. And I don't know, I can't remember what the colors are. I think maybe red, yellow, blue, or red, green, blue, or something like that, but we'll see when we plug that in. And this is a 3-digit meter, and these are 4-digit meters. So there's just some of the comparisons right off the bat. Now, another nice thing about these meters is they're interchangeable. So the connections on the back are all exactly the same, and they work in exactly the same way. So you can take, if you have this one in your machine and you want to upgrade it to this one, if you think that's an upgrade, then you can just pop this one out and pop this one back in. Physically, this hole is the same size, although this one's deeper. It's much deeper. So if you have a depth problem in your mounting, that could be an issue. But other than that, the hole is exactly the same size. And so are the connections. They're exactly the same as well. And let's see what else I can say. Yes, this one here does not have the external calibration, but it can be calibrated. Now this came without any instructions, and I had a really hard time trying to find instructions online. What I did find was a reference in a Russian website, and I was able to translate some of it using Google Translate. And I found that, yes, you can get in. So what you have to do is you have to press the M for 10 seconds or something like that, and then it'll pop into the mode where you can adjust the calibration of the voltage and the current. And you can also set limits for the voltage and for the current. Voltage, you have two limits. You can set it for a low limit and a high limit. Current is just a high limit. And what is missing though is being able to set a limit on the power, and that would have been really handy. If they could update the firmware to do that, that would be excellent, but I don't even know who the manufacturer is or whether or not they're going to be listening to me, and it's quite unlikely they won't. Being able to set a limit on power would be fantastic, especially if you use this for like a small DC load or something like that. So you could set your power limit to what your load's power limit is, and that way if you ever exceed it, you get an alarm. Now, the red button, I don't know what its actual function is, but if you press it for 10 seconds, the whole thing shuts down, and there's no way to get it back on again. You have to disconnect the power and reconnect the power. So I have no idea what that red button is supposed to do. It's got R on it for red, at least I know that. So other than that, what I want to do is I want to connect them up to some power and get some meters here to have a look at how accurate they are, how well we can adjust their calibration, and go through some of the functions on this one. There's no other functions on these other than displaying that information, but this does have the alarm modes on it. So let me set up some meters, and we'll come back. Okay, so we're going to start off with this one here. Now, what I've got these meters set up, this here is going to give us the voltage. This here is going to give us the current going through it, and this here is going to give us the power supply current. So what power these consume, and we'll see which one is the most power efficient, and we'll see how they all work. So let's switch on the power. I've got the load set up right now for 1 amp. That should be good enough to kind of test things out. So we got 0.998. This is reading 1.01, so we could tweak that a little bit. The voltage here is 13.49, so this should be reading 13.5. And it looks like it's drawing approximately 8.9 milliamps. So let's see if we tweak this. Can we tweak this a little bit? See what the tweak is like. Well, that's pretty good. Okay, we'll tweak the current. That matches what we're seeing here pretty well. So that this one does work out very well. Now I want to reduce the current down to 500 milliamps to see if it auto ranges at all. So let me do that. It's got to go over here to the load. So there, reduce it down. No, it doesn't. So yeah, it doesn't give you an extra digit there at all. Okay, I'll put this one back to 1 amp, and we'll get one of these other meters out. All right. Yeah, these get very reflective because of the flat surface on them. So yell at me if I don't point it so you can see it properly. All right, so we're going to turn the power on. That I'd like to see that adjusted a little bit, even if it was like 13.5. And current is much better. I'm okay with that. So yeah, let's see if that Russian website was right. Actually, I've already tried this out, but I'll show you what I mean. So you take this button here, you press it, and then you wait, you wait, you wait, and then it goes into this mode here. So now once you're in this mode, this is where you can adjust the calibration, but the calibration only adjusts on this digit here, not on this one. So it's a very rough calibration. So if I was to look at this, this is actually a little bit more precise, more accurate. So I'm going to leave it there. And then we go down, press M again, it comes down to the current. I'm okay with the current. If I adjust that and it goes on, yeah, see, it just does the digit behind the decimal place. So I'm going to leave that right where it is. And now press this M again. This is where you can set up the threshold. So I set up a threshold for a low threshold for 13 volts, a high threshold for 14 volts, and then a current threshold. We'll bring that down to, let's say, 2 amps. So we can check out that feature as well. Okay, and press M again, and then we go back to operational mode. Now, if I turn up the voltage here, go over 14 volts, so you get this alarm. Now, try pressing this button during the alarm. It doesn't do anything, so it's got nothing to do with that. And we go down and see the lower threshold. So we're okay now because we're between 13 and 14 volts. There you go. Definitely would be handy for making something like for testing voltage regulators or something like that, where you need to be between 11.75 volts and 12.25 volts. You could set up your thresholds and do a quick go no go test on them. Just plug them into it. If it beeps, it's no good. If it doesn't beep, it's good. So I'm going to bring up the current over 2 amps and see if we get the alarm as well. Yep, that seems to work. Let's see how sensitive it is. Okay, this will be 2.01 amps. Yeah, so yeah, that's good. All right, so this meter is very legible. I can read that, I think even a little bit better than I can read this one. So I do like that nice bright display on it. Hope it's coming across to you guys as being nice and bright, because it definitely is bright here. And it could be improved too. It's got one of those little protective films across. I'm not going to pull that off right now until I actually put it into a piece of equipment. But that would improve the contrast some more. This one takes a lot more current though. So this is 24 milliamps. This was around about 9 if I remember correctly. So these ones do take quite a bit more current. It may be a consideration in using this if you want low power consumption, because this is 1/3 the power. Okay, here we go. Let's see what this one, this is the multicolor one. Let's see what that looks like. Here goes the power. So it's red, green, and blue. I think I prefer this all one color. Now if this was a yellow or something like that, that would be much better. The green is much brighter than either the blue or the reds. A couple of milliamps less than this one. Still about 3 times what this one is. Our current is perfect. We don't have to adjust that. But our voltage is off by a little bit, so let's tweak that a little. Here. There we go, 13.28. Okay. So I'm going to bring the voltage way down. See if there's any auto ranging going on in this one here. Yeah, it does auto range. That's nice. Okay, now if I change the current down here to go down below an amp, we should see if this pops up here. And we'll also see if this moves at all. Okay, we got auto ranging on here, but not on here. But that's I guess that's okay. I'm not a big fan of the colors though. I think I'm more of a fan of this one if it was all red than I would be of this one. I like both of these for different reasons. I like the thresholds in here. It could be useful for certain things. But if I was just going to put this into a power supply or into a load, well, let's try source might be okay for a load. Yeah, this one would be better for a load. This one would be better for a power supply. And either one would be pretty good for monitoring things. This one might be pretty good for monitoring battery charging and discharging. So there's a number of uses you can put these to. I think they're all very fine little panel meters. All three available on AliExpress. I'll leave links to them down below. I also put in some discount codes as well. Yeah, if you're interested in buying any of these at all, I think they're pretty handy. I like this investigation. I don't think I'll be buying any more of these. I have one here, so if I have a low power consumption deal I need, I'll pop that one in. I might take this one here and actually pop it into my power supply. Well, thanks a lot for coming out, guys. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, I'd really appreciate that. And subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, and you get to listen to me blither about all this sort of stuff. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.